Welcome to Between Two Studs, Episode 2, the podcast where business meets real talk. Today we have Alicia Diaz, but you can call her Bibi because that's her actual name.
Or Beebs.
Or Beebs. Or the
Beebs
Beebster.
Beebs is
We
preferable.
don't like brevity.
What is brevity?
Irregardless.
Irregardless is the opposite of brevity. Brevity is the soul of wit.
The soul of wit. Tell me more.
Actually, brevity is the soul of wit.
What?
Irregardless.
Every
Irregardless.
podcast, I feel like he comes out with some word I've never heard of before.
What'd you use last week?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
I
Shower.
remember both of us.
Shower.
I remember both of us looking at each other like, "What?"
Big words. That's
Big word,
we both said the
Richie.
same thing.
You have the audacity to use big words on this podcast.
It's
Brevity is actually not a big word.
Audacity.
audacity.
Audacity?
It's
Or audacity.
It's audacity.
Audacity.
We'll,
right.
we'll edit that out.
Yeah, cut.
We don't have,
Cut,
what?
cut.
That wasn't terrible.
No, I meant the audacity.
Audacity.
You have another dollar bet on how to pronounce things.
Audacity.
Oh, it turned out
Audacity.
I won that dollar
Yeah,
bet
I
as
heard.
well.
He was there
Has
when
he
I
won any? Has he?
Have you won a dollar bet yet?
Yeah, one.
Which one?
I don't remember what it was because I never got my dollar.
I don't know if that's what was the dollar for.
Welcome to Between Two Studs.
Richard was there for the dollar bet I won. I just don't remember what it was for.
I don't either.
So, you know,
Sounds like a mute point to me.
it's moot.
Mute.
It's moot point.
Mute.
MOOT.
Moot?
Mute.
It's a mute.
Moot. Moot.
Mute seems like the same thing, right?
No,
No,
it's moot.
What? I get that you're saying it's mute, but if you say mute, I mean that's turning it off too. It's muted. It's muted.
We're muting that. We're muting
Yeah.
that point.
Muted.
We're mooting that.
Yeah,
We're mooting that.
Mute feels like the same to me.
it is what it is.
Today we have Bibi Alicia Diaz on the show. She's going to be talking to us about mortgages.
I think so.
All right.
I hope so.
Financing.
A little bit of everything.
All right. And how to talk to people in public.
Yes.
The pause was great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bibi is way better at introducing herselves than any of us ever will be.
Yeah, don't ask me to introduce myself. I'm Ben Brown, the general manager of Pinnacle Roofing Group. That's all I have.
Okay, so backstory is we go to chamber meetings a lot, and every now and then BB forces us to go, me and Justin, and here's the typical intro. Actually, you do your intro at a chamber meeting. Like,
Me?
what you would say at a chamber meeting.
If I'm representing Pinnacle,
Yep.
I'm Alicia Diaz with the Pinnacle Group. We do not only roofs, custom home builds, renovations, anything that has to do with the home. That's us. We also have financing. I'm your girl.
All right, now, do you want to do
Yeah,
your
I'll
intro
do
or
mine.
me?
I'll go first.
All right.
My name is Justin. I'm with Pinnacle Roofing Group. We do roofs.
See the difference? Mine isn't too much better. I throw in something stupid and no one gets it. So it's actually worse. So yeah.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah. So she's going to all the chamber meetings from now on. And we just had our home show.
We did.
Yes. She was great out there talking to people. I wasn't.
I'm looking for new colleagues to work the home shows with me. I would
So-
like Richard to be there
So
for setup.
Ben and I
yeah,
And
Ben and
breakdown.
I and Eric weren't enough. That's what you're saying?
Sounds like she's trying to replace you, Richard.
Call.
Well, welcome to the
was
show.
fun. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
First off, yeah. Why don't we talk about what's the name of your business? What is it that you do? Why are you here?
Why is
Those-
anyone here?
Why did we invite you? Because
Those
you
are
have to be
loaded
interesting,
questions.
right?
I hope so. I have a good intro. I think that's why you guys invited
That's
me on
right. That's
here, right?
true.
Does
We
make
had to
sense.
get that. It
Yeah.
Makes sense.
was all a ploy. Anyway,
So the name of my company is Your Mortgage Services, powered by Coast to Coast Lending. I do mortgages for real estate. So commercial, residential, a little bit of everything.
business loans by chance?
Business loan meaning personal business loans, or business loans as in you want to purchase a building What's the collateral?
The business.
So I don't do personal business loans, but I do have contacts that can connect you to do personal business loans.
Gotcha.
But I can do business loans where you have collateral.
Got it. So basically just all real estate all the time.
Pretty much.
Okay.
What are your most common type of real estate mortgages?
Transaction.
Well, the different types of mortgages that you're mainly doing.
So first-time home buyers. So that starter home is
Okay.
one of the popular ones. Then you have your seasoned investors. So they're on their second, third, or 10th home. And then probably to round that off would be a refinance. HELOC. People are definitely taking advantage of the equity in their home. Debt consolidation is another top running for 2025 right now.
Debt consolidation, huh?
Yep.
So I'm probably going to ask this question because that's what everybody else wants to know. When are the rates going to come down?
Yeah.
Why are we so focused on the rates?
I mean,
That would be my question to anybody that asks when are the rates going to come down, right?
'Cause big
Doesn't it
numbers are
doesn't it
scary.
save me a lot of money if the rates are lower?
yeah.
Big numbers scary?
Well, do you want to wait for the rates to come down while the property value is increasing, or do you want to get in where the property value is lower?
Numbers. Math. I can't do math. That's why we
So
have you.
that's why at the end of the day, where would you like your payment to be? Let's not focus about where the rate's at. Let's focus what's affordable, what's manageable, and then we work backwards towards that.
But even with that, with the rates where they are, with how much inventory is out there, wouldn't it make more sense to wait for the rates to come down since there is so much inventory? It's not necessarily going to skyrocket the prices right away.
Yes and no, because property value is still increasing, whether it's at 1% or 20%, right? Property value is still increasing. Yes, it's a buyer's market. Properties are sitting a little bit longer, so buyers have more negotiation power, depending on what you're in the market for. First-time home buyers under 300,000, it's slim pickings right now. If you're in the uppers, like 4, 5, 6, then yeah, you have a little bit more of a negotiation power as far as the waiting game, right? To see where the property lands in 6 months or in a year or in, 30 days when we're supposed to have rate drops. But we'll see.
What were the quotations you just did?
We're supposed to have rate drops
Oh, okay.
because the feds are meeting again in September.
Feels like you've been hanging out around Richard too much.
Every mortgage or real estate person does their quotes because no one seems to think that they're going to go down. If they go down, they'll go down
Very
small.
little. They're not expecting. At least that's what the experts are saying.
Aren't you the expert?
Yeah, I mean, we brought you
I
on
am not
for your
the
expert
expert
opinion.
in knowing what the rates are going to drop to. I have my opinion, but I'm not an expert. I would never call myself an expert in understanding the rate movement.
So you have a client,
Yes.
right? I've never personally bought a home myself, right? I've always rented houses or apartments or condos or whatever because I don't particularly like the responsibility of having to take care of
Fair.
a home, right? I come to you as a first-time home buyer, and I say I'm also I qualify for a VA
Okay.
loan
Thank
as
you
well.
for your service.
Appreciate it. No problem. It was my pleasure. Literally. So I come to you and I say, hey, Beebs, thinking about buying a house, right? Let's say, the rates are what they are.
Right.
But if I wait like 30 days, like in this circumstance right now, like the rates are supposed to come down, right? Or
Right.
have a possibility of coming down. But I come to you now and I say, I want to buy a house.
Okay.
Where does it stand? Like, where do you stand on that? Like, do you tell me to wait 30 days to see what happens? Do you just like shove me into a loan? Like, honestly,
Yeah. No, it's a great question
Yeah.
because we do have those scenarios, right? Someone that's heavy in the market, studies the market, is probably believe that the rates are going to come down, but they found the house they love, right? They want to put an offer in and lock that price in, but they also want to wait to see what the rate's going to do. So I call those customers the gamblers. They want to gamble.
Gamble,
And
baby.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
And so
Roll
you
the
can.
dice. Where are dice at?
Now, where did your dice
Where'd the
go?
dice go?
I took my dice
We
back.
can't
guys.
roll the
Stole the
dice.
dice?
It was thrown over. I thought you
Or
guys
no,
didn't
it's
like
a
it.
On the
guy?
side. I liked it on the side.
Oh, sorry.
It looked like they were actually rolling on the felt.
This is
We
Okay.
digress.
Eight, hard eight. Sorry.
So in that scenario, Ben, I would still encourage you to work with your realtor, make the offer, lock your price in on the cost of the home, and then let's do a 45, 60-day closing. So then that gives you the opportunity to wait to see what the rate does. And when you're ready, you will tell me, hey, I want to lock my rate in. I don't want to gamble anymore. I think this is it for me.
Oh, so
Where
I can,
am I at?
I can wait up till when to say like, okay, I think this is the time to pick
I
my
encourage buyers that are gambling with the rates to at least lock it in. I want to say at least 5 to 7 days prior to
rate.
your
Oh,
closing
okay.
date.
So it's not like I have to, like if I come to you right now and I'm,
Mm-hmm.
I don't move my house for 2 months or something like that. I don't have to have today's rate.
No.
I can wait.
Yes.
And now it goes both ways, right? The
Correct.
rate could go up if, from the time I start talking to you until I
Yes.
lock the rate.
And if
Okay.
you're close with your debt to income ratio as far as qualifying for that home and you're waiting and the rate goes up, you could possibly no longer be approved for that home.
Gotcha. So it's a circumstantial
Yes.
situation, right?
Every scenario is different.
Gotcha.
Well,
Okay.
What about if I do go under contract and say I lock in the rate and it's whatever it is 6%, but then right like a couple days before closing the rate goes down by a half a percentage? Am I able to change and go for the lower rate, or I'm locked in at that 6 no matter what?
So you always have the ability to float down, but there's always a cost to that. And so you have to weigh your pros and cons, right? If it's going to cost me a quarter to go down another quarter, is that something I want to do? What is the dollar difference, right? And so that's also a scenario based depending on what rate you're at, depending on what lender, and then depending what's the cost to float down.
So that's where the gambling comes in, basically. Like you lock your rate, and then tomorrow goes down a half a point.
Then I cry.
You cry, and then you pay.
Well, what?
But if it goes down enough to where after the cost to float down, it's still a positive outcome for you, then yeah, you want to do that, right?
Are we talking
But it
about long
depends.
term positive? Like you pay a little now, but
Correct.
you save a bunch over time type
Yeah,
deal?
but would I not be so like if I lock the rate, am I essentially like signing that contract with the financing company mortgage? Like
Yes.
that's a done deal at that point. Like if it goes down, I can't just go with a different company.
You can absolutely cancel out with that lender and move to another lender.
How close to closing would be the question
I heard
Yes.
mortgage brokers like you to wait till the night before.
to.
Yeah, to just change it all up.
Oh yeah, no, that's that's
No,
good.
thank
or-
you.
Okay, so
I would
pass.
not encourage anyone out there to do that.
Gotcha.
Please be mindful of your.
Would you consider that to be unethical?
I wouldn't say it's unethical. I may be inconsiderate.
It was a good answer though. Good answer.
Down the rabbit
Thanks
hole.
for having me on the podcast.
No, we're just talking.
You're done?
Yeah, no, you have to leave already.
You're
Do you have
out
to
like
leave?
that?
You don't have to leave.
it
You can
seems like
stay.
I was intruding in
No,
office.
we're just rapping.
We're rapping.
As
Wait,
the kids
between-
say.
between
nowadays.
two studs.
Is this not
Yeah.
how like
you
the conversations
you are in fact
go?
between two studs right now.
Yeah. This is how the conversations go in my office when we all conjugate there.
Yes, that is true.
Like a conjugal visit.
Yeah.
And
Conjugate's a big word. What's
Well,
it
it's-
mean?
those visits are only when you and Richard are in there. You, Richard, in a massage chair.
How did you get started?
how did I get started? In a nutshell, between two studs. As a teenager growing up, my parents had investment properties, and I was thrown in the real estate market in fixing properties up. So our first home was a bank-owned fire property, and after school, I would have to make it home and help with the remodeling. So I learned how to do tile, drywall, flooring, everything as a teenager. And I grew up with that. So as I became an adult, I saw the value in owning real estate. So moved to Florida and bought some land in Ocala and built my first home. I worked my way into the real estate market, and I ended up getting a job in Ocala as a real estate admin. So that got me into real estate management, title, And then I started processing for a mortgage broker out of her garage in Ocala. Shout out to Stephanie Spink. She's still in the mortgage business today. And
Sounds like the origin stories of Apple. Right in the garage.
A garage.
Garage.
paper files back in the day.
Do you have
So
to fax all the documents over?
yes,
Oh,
it was.
snap. How do those things work?
Oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. Yes, heard the dialer connecting.
Really?
The what?
Not the dialer, but the phone.
Yeah, the dialer.
Oh yeah.
This is a
Over
big throwback
the-
for the kids. Did you have to like beep and page people as well?
Yes, I did have a pager.
What? Floppy disks?
Oh, floppy disk. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Someone's showing both of them
Yeah.
are showing their age right now.
I'm with a whole different generation today, guys.
In '07, I was also in Ocala. I was a real estate appraiser, and my camera to take pictures for the house was about like that big. It was like 4x4,
Holy
and
crap.
it took the hard discs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you remember, they had like the little metal slide that would go
The
back
3.5
and forth.
floppy.
Yeah, but it was like the hard ones.
The 3.5 floppy.
It would
I know what that
take
is.
that.
I don't.
And you could probably get 7 or 8 pictures on one disc. So I had like 50 of
You
the
have to
discs that
switch
I would
it
just
out.
throw them in the back
Yeah.
of my car and
So wait,
root through them.
you guys were both in the real estate market in Ocala at the same time?
Yeah,
Kinda.
pretty much.
And they both know about the 3.5
Small world.
inch floppy.
3.5 floppies.
Those were crazy times.
Yeah.
Marion County was the 3rd busiest real estate market in the country.
So when did you
It was
guys meet
insane.
then?
I don't think we ever really met.
So to finish up how it got me to real estate and back to Richard being an appraiser in Ocala, right? The market got crazy and I realized I couldn't do real estate because Richard, you can relate when you go to appraise a home and it's vacant, you may walk up to the front door and they may be some creatures sitting there waiting for you.
Wait a minute.
So the
That's not
first
what
time
got me out of it.
I
What
encountered a
creatures were-
snake,
Yeah, let's talk
At
about
the
these
door.
creatures.
I have a huge phobia.
Just a snake? The way you made it sound,
Yeah.
it sounded like a
Oh,
meth head
there's
that was just chilling by the front door.
all different types of.
Why didn't you just
I
use
never
the back
thought
door then?
You expect me to walk around the house after seeing a reptile sitting there, overgrown grass, lawn's not maintained. No, thank you. So back on track to what did it for me. I had to go show a property because my realtor wasn't available. And so as the office manager, I would meet clients out there to, show them the home. And I realized real estate was not for me. And I really like mortgage. And I started working for a company, had my broker license. And I closed my first $1 million deal in Ormond Beach.
Million?
And that split.
With an M,
Sheesh.
Not a
That-
B.
Hold
not
on.
to be an M. Word.
The the split made me realize, why am I working for someone? Why am I not doing this for myself? And that motivated me to get my brokerage license and open my own office. Helpful Mortgage Services. I had a billboard out on 35th Avenue in Ocala.
That sounds so familiar. I must have
Damn, the
driven by
billboard
that.
too? We don't even have a billboard.
I know. Oh, we have talked about billboards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been talked.
Shout out Outdoor or Lamar. Sponsor.
Lamar is who I used.
Sponsorship.
So that's how you got in, huh?
That's how I got into the mortgage business. And I've been in it for almost real estate and mortgage for over 20 years now. And
Wow. So you know a thing or two about real estate transactions, huh?
just a little bit. Just a little bit. I love what I do. I love helping people, honestly, at the end of the day. Being able to help people make one of the largest transaction of their lifetime is kind of cool.
The
So-
real question is, like, you like to help people at the end of the day. What about at the beginning of the day?
At
Are
the
you a morning
beginning
person?
Of the
That's what he's
day, I can be if I'm surrounded by the right people, atmosphere, vibes. So
Vibes.
I
We're
wake
living
up.
on vibes. I like it.
If I wake up and I have my music blasting, I'm in a great mood. If I wake up and I'm being asked a million questions, not so much.
Unfortunately, I can't blast music in my household in the morning because there's other people sleeping. I feel you though. It
Are
makes
you a
sense.
morning person, Ben?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. Generally speaking, I am a morning person. I do need a Diet Coke or something else like that usually, but that's my coffee.
I'm
It's
not
okay.
I'm not a morning person. Oh, we weren't talking about me.
No.
What about you, Justin? Are you a morning person?
I am now a morning person. I'm up every day at 5. I have to throw Marissa out of bed. She is not a morning person.
I know somebody like that too.
I do get out of bed, thankfully.
And, she takes forever to get ready. Drives me nuts. I'm sure you could relate.
I can relate, yes.
Okay. Just curious.
I need an extra 5 minutes than my other half
Only 5.
to get out the house.
You have another half? Oh, I just noticed that big engagement ring.
I wear it just to keep,
The freaks away.
yeah.
Okay.
The
That actually
reptiles-
attracts the
reptiles
wrong
in
ones.
Ocala.
That's actually probably pretty close to who used to hit on her on a daily basis in Ocala.
Reptiles?
Reptiles. Yeah.
I did have a funny snake story too. So that was a big part. You have a fear of snakes.
A really bad one.
They
She
used to
doesn't
be
like-
at the front doors.
What?
That was like a real thing. They used to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
be
yeah.
curled up at the front doors.
Yeah.
She also doesn't like lizards.
Lizards as well, huh? There's a lot of lizards in Florida.
It's a hilarious story about me encountering
It's
a
actually
lizard,
one
but
over there.
I won't tell that
there.
story on this podcast.
For real, it was over there.
So I was on a
Although-
roof one time
Mm-hmm.
doing an inspection. This was
On a
back
roof?
in the heydays when I first got into roofing. It was somewhere in Volusia County, and I'm taking pictures. I go around to this chimney, and there's just a big old snake curled up. I also hate snakes, so I got the F off that roof real fast.
Yeah,
Was
no,
it a
thank you.
steep roof?
No,
That's good.
I don't get on.
It's easier to get off the
I'd have
roofs
got
when
off
they're
way
steep.
faster if it was steep. Just slid on down.
That's why I was asking because that's
I
it's
don't
a
do
scary
snakes.
situation. You don't do snakes.
That's about the only thing I don't do. Nothing else bothers me.
Richard, mental note.
Snakes.
I don't recommend it. Snakes and pickles.
Steaks and pickles.
It's a-
But he likes Chick-fil-A.
Are you? I mean, chicken is marinated in pickles.
I don't taste it, so I'm
But-
fine.
Hey, that goes back to you'll eat macaroni salad,
Right.
but you won't eat.
Yes, I do.
Mayo.
I don't eat mayonnaise by
Mayonnaise.
itself. I'll eat things with mayo in it. Listen, it's a childhood thing. Shout
He
out,
won't
Dad.
eat a sandwich
Shout
with
out
mayonnaise.
Pops.
Lars,
The
thank
sandwich
you.
has stuff with like it has stuff
Yeah.
with it.
No, it's
He won't eat the sandwich
I
if
just-
mayonnaise is on it.
If there's mayo, I'm out 100% off.
But
Blue
he
che- blue
loves
cheese as
him
well.
some macaroni salad.
I also eat.
That is good.
I eat the shit out of ranch too. But guess what ranch is?
Mayonnaise.
Yeah,
Season.
It's just seasoned mayonnaise.
I
Now
like mayonnaise on a sub, but I don't like ranch. So
it's weird, right?
Yeah.
So like wings, ranch, like anything ranch, but mayonnaise.
outskis.
I don't like Miracle Whip,
I don't like any of it.
I don't know.
but if
Miracle
it's on a
Whip.
sandwich, I'm probably still gonna eat it.
I want to backtrack for
I
a
think
second
it's
though.
hilarious that we're down this rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, this is what the podcast is about.
Yeah.
There's no need to derail the train. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But how is it that you're afraid of pickles?
I'm not afraid of pickles.
'Cause
I
you
just think
said-
they're disgusting.
So
He just doesn't
so you're,
like
you're afraid of
pickles.
snakes. You
I'm
just
not necessarily afraid of
you
snakes.
just don't
either.
like them.
I just hate.
okay? Because when you said snakes and pickles, to me I was like, this man is afraid of pickles.
I'm not afraid of them.
Okay,
But
so
I
you could like
recommend
look at them.
Bring it around me. I don't like the smell. The smell is horrific.
So like even that disgusts you, the smell of a
Mm-hmm.
pickle.
Yeah, they used to make us do the pickle shots in high school football. It was the worst thing ever. Let's get back on track. Beebs,
Yes.
what are some of the challenges you ran into when you were first starting out your business?
Some of the challenges I ran into, back 15, 20 years ago.
Back
So
when
you-
I was a
You
wee
couldn't
lad.
possibly
Back
be
when
that
back
old.
when Justin was in elementary school.
15 years ago, I was in high school.
Probably-
Ninth grade, baby.
Probably finding people to help drive the business to the next level. Finding it's sales at the end of the day, being a loan officer, right? Finding salespeople that would hustle and
Well, based off
do
of
the
like,
simple things.
based off of like what I've heard and seen about it, it's more of like problem solving versus sales, right? Like it's sales in the fact that you need to make sure that you're taking care of the customer and like being attentive to them, but it's more like solving the problem of figuring out how to get them approved.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Especially back in the early 2000s, right? It was challenging and then it became too easy, hence why we were in the crash. But anybody could buy a home by the time we got to 2007. Stated income, stated assets, stated everything.
Did they
You
have-
get a house. You get a house.
Did they have stated credit at that point?
I remember 2007.
Yes.
Kindergarten.
What I have been doing in 2007?
2007, you were
I would have
12.
been 12, so I'd have been in middle school.
Yeah.
Seventh
Probably
grade.
6th or 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I've been Isaac.
Yeah, you would have been an Isaac.
Not worried about a mortgage at that point.
I was about the size of Isaac back then too.
Were you really?
Yeah, my parents used to make me drink them
Pediasure.
Pediasure drinks too. That's
yeah.
why I got fat, because I was like, there ain't no way I'm drinking that again.
So do you still drink Pediasure? Or?
Yeah, I never stopped.
It hydrates.
The fear of having to drink that again led me to adult obesity. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
I mean,
I got it natural.
what is it? 1 in 4 Americans are obese.
There's no way it has to be higher than that.
Is
Yeah,
it-
it's
is it-
definitely
It has
higher.
to be higher.
There's a 3 out of 4 of Americans.
Probably. It's
That
probably
sounds
closer to
about right.
3 out of 4.
I mean, I'm obese.
But we're working on it.
Based on, I mean, if you look at the standards, I know this is way off topic, but
Oh, I'm obese.
Yeah.
By the standards.
you are a beast.
Yeah.
But
Obese.
A beast.
what I'm saying though is, if you look at like the government standards for what is an adult size for someone that's like 6'1" or 6 foot, like I would have to weigh 180 pounds. I've been 180 pounds and I'm literally skin and bones. Not to say that's, any better than being fat, but
I think at the end of the day, it just
what
comes
about
down
the
to if
beginning of the
you're
day? We got to talk about the beginning of the day.
healthy. Are you healthy?
No.
Are you getting your cardio in?
Not at all. I mean, we play pickleball.
That's a start.
Yeah, I mean, it is a start.
That is a great start.
Yeah, I think that's great.
It takes far more effort than you think it does to play pickleball.
I agreed.
I'm gassed after a few games of pickleball, especially in the August heat and humidity of Florida.
That'll do it.
But why do we all look similar if we all play pickleball in the heat of August?
There's Mission Barbecue in the break room.
That's true.
Shout out to Mission Barbecue. Thanks
Shout
for
out,
bringing
yes.
us some food.
Donuts to go.
Thank you.
Donuts to Go is
Also-
literally a block away.
Yeah.
Not even a block
you-
Is
away.
that a block? It's across the
I don't
street.
think
Richard,
that's a
do you
block.
remember when I first started? You introduced me to Donuts to Go, and for like the first week, I was like, "Yo, you got to get the donuts."
Yeah.
every
day it was like, get me some donuts. I'm
Those
like,
things
go
are
get your
so
own donuts.
gross. There's
What do you
so
mean?
much fucking shit packed into a donut. Just
How dare you, sir? How dare you talk about donuts
it's
to
like
go like
caramel
that?
cookies. There's just
God.
too much. It's not even a cookie anymore.
What do you mean?
I
Their
mean,
donuts
it's-
are awesome.
They're all still donuts, except for the
Then eat a
the
cronut.
Yeah,
The
you
cronut
hit the
has
cronut,
nothing else on it, and it's probably their best donut.
but it's a cronut
My fact, you just proved my point.
because it's called a cronut.
But they have
No, you
cronuts
said
there.
it's got the least amount on it. It's probably the best.
But I'm saying you can get non-bougie donuts. at Donuts
I
to
wouldn't
Go.
know because you never
Shout
show
out
up
Donuts to
with
Go. I'll take free does.
free does.
I wish there was a
And we
laughing-
laughed and laughed and
There's
laughed.
a laughing one though.
There's a laughing one.
Why does this one say rim shot?
Ooh, I like that beat.
That's your thing. And then the crickets is the orange.
Yeah, but why does it say rim shot? That's a rim shot.
That's what a rim shot is.
on a snare drum.
I didn't know that. The more you know. Beebs,
Yes,
what do most first-time home buyers get wrong?
that they can buy a house without any money.
That's the number one way, huh?
Literally no money, which it's possible, but you can't have no money, bad credit, and overextended.
Is that what the mortgage brokers call the trifecta?
Ooh,
Trifecta of pain,
yeah.
Max Payne.
Yes.
All right, so
aka
people-
Americanism.
So people-
Overextended.
People come to you and they're like, "Hey, Beebs, we want to buy a house. I got no money. My credit's shit. How do I do it?"
No, they come to me with similar situations and say, I hear there's a lot of great programs for first-time home buyers. Can I qualify for that, don't I? I want to be able to buy a house. What is the home buyer benefits?
And that's
And they expect to be able to buy a house with literally no money, not very good credit, and very minimum assets. So the ideal picture, first-time home buyer benefits, you want to have decent credit, right? At least a
do you-
580 or
okay, I was
above.
gonna say, what do you
580
consider
is
that?
decent.
580 and above, you can qualify for an FHA loan.
Wow.
You want to have a little bit of money to cover some closing costs. You can't come to the table with a 580. You want the seller to pay all your closing costs, and you want down payment assistance as well.
I like it. I'm in. Where do I sign?
That's my struggle.
Okay.
So yes, you can get 100% financing for a first-time home buyer, but you also have closing costs associated with the loan. And I think a lot of home buyers don't realize closing costs can be expensive, and you can't expect 100% financing and closing costs. Can it be done 100%? I've done a few of them to where my customers have gotten back close to their escrow deposit.
So what do you recommend? Like somebody who's looking to buy a house, it's their first time. What should they be coming to the table with to make the process as seamless as possible?
I would recommend keeping your credit scores where they need to be. Pay your accounts on time. Don't get new credits. Pay down your balances if you can. And if you don't have money to do that, save some money in the bank. Have at least 3 months payment in your bank account. That's ideal. Even if you get 100% financing, you want to show that you have some reserves. So God forbid something happens, you can cover at least 3 payments. And for first-time home buyers, that's what lenders are looking for, to be honest with you.
But Peeps, the new Battlefield's coming out. How can I possibly save up all that money?
Don't put it on a credit card.
DoorDash, baby. Coming every night.
So let's say I know nothing and I'm like, hey, maybe I want to buy a house. First step, knowing what your credit is.
Knowing where your credit is important, but speak to someone earlier. Don't wait till today. I want to buy a house today. If you're thinking of buying a house down the road, speak to someone. Speak to a mortgage broker. Have them look to see where your credit is at. If it's not where it needs to be, you still have time to fix that. Make some changes, make some adjustments. And then you kind of have an idea of how much you need on the bank, right? And you're like, well, I can't save any money. I barely make enough to pay my bills. Well, let's look at what you're spending your money on, right? Let's do some budgeting, and maybe you don't get Starbucks every day and you only get it once a week. That'll save you some money right there. So anything is better than
unbelievable.
nothing.
They don't have Starbucks at Donuts to Go, so I'm good.
So what do you do with customers that say have obviously if they don't have money, it's just a matter of like come back after you save some. Do you help people that have bad credit or are in a situation where they don't qualify quite yet, or how does that work?
I do. So I have about 5 customers right now that I've put them with our affiliated. UQual is the company I personally use and I like because I've seen the difference they've made in people's credit over the last few months. I put them on a payment plan. I have them do a free consultation at minimum. And I give them some suggestion as well of what they can do to increase their scores. And it's up to them if they want to pay a monthly fee to work with this company to get their scores where they need to be. And it's not just a regular credit repair company, because I think there's a lot of those out there. You want to work with a credit repair company that understands the mortgage requirements, and UQual does. And so it's no contract. You get with a credit repair company that you can cancel at any point. Once your scores are where they need to be, you're done. You don't need to keep
Cut them
paying.
loose.
Yes.
Got it.
And I get updates on those customers from the company directly.
All right. So don't be afraid. Even if you have, shaky credit, don't be afraid to talk to your mortgage broker. And it sounds like
Yes.
honesty is the best policy.
Absolutely. And there's some creative programs out there right now where it's similar to leasing. So instead of paying rent, you can actually purchase a home, you stay in it for a year, and then the title transferred into your name. So lots of options out there. Just talk to someone.
I mean, preferably you, it sounds like, but
Of course.
how can we reach you or get a hold of you?
So you can follow Your Mortgage Services on social media. So we're on Facebook, Instagram. Your Mortgage Sauce is on YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel.
Sauce, huh?
Yes, Your Mortgage Sauce. I'm going to sauce it up. And my website as well. So ymsloans.com.
Okay. Do you have a phone number that someone can call you on?
I do. I can share that. We can put it up.
Link in the
Maybe.
bio, baby.
Link in the
Link in
bio.
the bio.
I
Got
don't
it.
do links in bio.
Oh.
It'd be easier for Richard if he just read it. I promise.
Yes, anyone can text or call at 352-598-0300.
Except for you, Richard.
Nice. How do you really base your credit score off of? Because like for mine, for example, I have a whole slew of different numbers that get thrown my way. One will say I'm a 790, another one will say I'm 670. How is there such a gap in that? And like, how do you really understand where your scores are if they're all so spread apart?
That's a great question, Justin. And once I find that crystal ball that gives me the answer to that question, I will share it with you. But to answer your question,
That's a great answer, BB.
in a
My
roundabout
feelings are now hurt.
in a roundabout way, is there's different there's different scoring models, and they all just rated different. The 3 credit bureaus that report, and we get our scores, right? I'm right there with you. One will report X versus the other one will report Y on the same account. So they just don't report the same. Balances are not consistent with the 3 of them, nor the closing date, open date. There's just discrepancy, I think, throughout
So
the
not much
credit
we can do.
report. No, I'm sorry. I don't have the answer to that. Maybe there's somebody out there that does, but I don't. And all I've gotten is different scoring models will score you differently,
Okay.
in a nutshell.
But do they take an average of the 3? Like what is a lender looking at?
From a mortgage standpoint, we look at all 3. If you have all 3 scores, there's people out there that don't. And what we do is we use the one in the middle. So we eliminate the highest and we eliminate the lowest, and we use the one in the middle. If it's you and your spouse, we unfortunately use the lowest out of the 2 middle.
Gotcha.
Interesting. All right. Well, I do have a follow-up question, especially since we're geared more around small businesses on this podcast. For a small business owner who's just, owned the business for a few years, whatnot, he has to personally guarantor pretty much any type of loan for the business as far as supply houses, truck loans, credit cards, things like that. How do they, keep their credit score high when they're still getting all of these dings because they're having to, personally guarantor for the business to stay operating?
Honestly, if your personal credit is getting hit, it's just a matter of time before your scores bump right back up. And from a mortgage perspective, you want to make sure that the business is paying those accounts for the time you open those accounts until they end, right? Because you don't want it to personally affect your debt to income ratio either. So if you can show proof, have a paper trail that the business is paying those accounts, it's definitely not going to count against you when it comes to you personally trying to purchase a home.
Okay. And then, so like, as the business is scaling, you're getting more of these loans. The amount of dings, that's a big factor into it as well, isn't it?
It is that the amount of time your credit gets hit as far as a hard inquiry when you're establishing new debt, it does negatively impact you. But as you get established, I would hope you have a relationship with a financial institution that is going to lend on the business and not having you personally guarantee them.
That's a great point.
Change banks.
Well, it's not really the bank, right? It's more when I go and get like auto loans, they always make me personally guarantor like my truck, some of the other work trucks. Awesome. Well, I think you answered a lot of our really pressing questions, Beebs. So we thank you for that. Do you guys have any follow-ups? Anything else that's pressing on the mind?
I'm not great with follow up.
It's been fun. Well, thanks for having me between 2 studs. Yeah. I wish you guys the best of luck.
Today it was between 3 studs.
You did great, Beebs.
So that was interesting.
It was quite interesting. There's a lot more to mortgages than one would think. Turns out you have to show up with money.
She didn't seem very happy about the no credit, no money, and no savings.
And changing things the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely be one of those guys, though. Like, if I saw the rate drop that much, I'd be like, how the fuck am I making this happen? Because
I guess it
A
depends.
0.5% can make a huge difference.
Yeah. But I mean, if you close in like 5 days, it's pretty much impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
Well, yeah, you could.
Push that closing date.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully everybody learned something about mortgage. I had a million questions.
I feel like we need to have like a financial education class at Pinnacle.
I think that the world we live
I'll
in.
be the first enrollee.
Yeah, I think America in general
Yeah.
should educate people about money. Like I will say this, I can explain to you in detail what you should do with money. Me personally,
Can I do it? Nope.
Yeah, do I practice what I preach? No, but I will say like
I mean, I definitely splurge now and again, but I
Yeah, but
have
there's a
put
difference.
a strong focal point on investing.
Yeah,
to not punt
But
it.
you're one of the more financially responsible individuals. Like if someone asked me like, how would you describe Justin as a person? Which I've had this conversation with lots of people that we know, right? The first thing out of my mouth is like, the kid's good with fucking money. Your business wouldn't be where it's at if it wasn't for your ability to, so like, yes, your financial responsibility, I think, has a lot to do with your success in business, because if you weren't able to, float payroll, let's say we have a bad month, we have 2 bad months, you have 3 bad months, whatever the case may be, like your business financials are strong. And that's not because the business, that's a testament to you and your spending and your saving. Like you look after the business's money like you do your own. Like how many other people do we know that own businesses that live, deposit to deposit and, back end to back end, checks?
It's a scary place. to be.
Everybody, like,
It's terrifying.
that's the norm almost in roofing. And it's sad because I think contractors in general are bad with money, right? They make a lot of it. They see, okay, look, I just did a job for $100,000.
But boats are pretty.
Yeah, boats are exactly. So, they do a job for $100,000. They have $60,000 sitting in the bank, but so they just spend it, right? But they don't think about the fact that like, oh shit, I didn't pay for my materials yet, or I have, my labor I need to pay for, or the mortgage or the rent on my location is due, or my car payments, or payroll, or whatever the case may be. And then they get in this situation where it's like, I have to sell something just to afford to continue to run my business, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's a cycle that I think that's a common theme, no matter if you're a roofer, a plumber, a general contractor. That's why they end up on the news, right? That's why they're, you see them on whatever news source
most of those people that end up there don't go into it with bad intentions. They just get in.
No, they just get stuck, right?
And then when times are good, you expect it to stay good, and then as soon as it goes sideways a little bit and things aren't as juicy, then it just blows up in their face.
Well, yeah, because that constant flow of money is no longer coming in, and their accounting is so terrible. Like they find out, okay, maybe I wasn't, that wasn't my money to spend, right? That was supply house money, or again, whatever the.
When
other
you always
bills are.
expect your customers to pay when you do a good job.
That's true.
But, sometimes, unfortunately, they don't, and you have to float that for over a year.
How long do you think, or how many companies do you think went out of business last year and this year because of last year?
Quite a few. So that's another big issue with like the insurance side of the roofing business is insurance companies take their sweet time to pay you.
Yeah.
And you have to jump through all sorts of hoops. So if that's like the main way you're bringing in money, like you can get stuck. Like a big storm comes through and you install a ton of work, and all of a sudden you're having to wait 4 to 6 months on, depreciation, supplement checks, and sometimes it can get pushed out even longer. Like that can easily bankrupt you because you still got to pay your employees, you still got to pay for your rent, and your subs and crews and everybody else you're using, they need to get paid too.
When we're talking about insurance, right? I think because my personal experience with it, because my very first business was based solely on insurance, we were very, very good at bringing in contracts. We were very, very good at bringing in front end checks. We were very bad about exactly what we were talking about, seeing X amount of dollars in the bank account, not equating that to like we have 78 jobs that we need to do. So like, do we really need another desk in the office that was, $4,800 because it was cool looking, right?
$4,800 desk.
Yeah, I mean, we went
You'll
balls out.
You'll never see a $4,800 desk here.
We want to thank our guest today, the Beebs from YMS Loans, and giving us all the information that we asked her about mortgage and finance in general.
Kisses. Love you guys. Shout out to the fans, the one that we have. Thanks, Mom, for watching. Hey, Ben, your fiance's hot.
This is a podcast right here.
I'm cutting most of this.